Hello everyone, welcome to AduTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 28th April and also the monthly expiry tomorrow. This is the 15-minute chart of Banknifty that I have. These are the levels that I've drawn for tomorrow. We'll just see the trade possibilities that we took today. This is the 5-minute chart of Banknifty where I have all the CPR levels. See, whoever learns trading from me or any of my analysis, right, you'll always see two charts. One, all the levels marked based on the price action, and the other one with all the CPR monthly, daily, weekly, all the CPR levels. This is today the 5-minute chart. I'll just show you the entries. See, the moment we had this gap down and we were kind of hovering along this S2 of daily CPR, and we were below the previous day low. Whenever we are below the previous day low, there's a good chance of the market breaking down, and the break came exactly when kind of this structure broke. It was like a triangle. When this was taken out, we got a nice move until daily S3. See, even based on the CPR logic, if S2 breaks, we will hit S3. Even that worked here beautifully, this one trade. And the other trade was, once this daily S3 broke, our next target was the monthly pivot, right? And see, why we need to make use of the CPR levels is, now just assume the CPR was not there and we draw support line. We would have drawn one support over here because of this price action. We would have drawn another support over here based on this price action. Then the next support we would have drawn over here. So when this breakdown happens, mentally we will try to picture that the next target is this itself, 35,500. We will get such a big fall, but that's not how it is, right? So just to check if there's any other major pivot level where we can take support, that's why we use all the CPR. See, this cross line, orange cross line you see is the monthly CPR, the top CPR of monthly. And see the way the price came and just kissed this, not even a wick came below it, and then we got a nice bounce. Now why this happens is, a lot of people would have kept their profit booking here or their stop loss or anything, right? So since this is a major monthly level, monthly CPR, a lot of orders would be here, and that's why we see a nice bounce on the upside. And always, if you backtest and see, the market trend changes on a monthly CPR. Now I'm not saying the market has turned bullish, but most of the times you see, whenever we hit the monthly CPR, we get a nice turn. Let me just show that to you quickly by just putting on only the monthly CPR. Okay, it's taking time to load. I'm not sure why. And then we ended up getting this bounce. Yeah, this came. See, when you see, do the back testing on this monthly CPR, right? Something else, show weekly CPR. See, whenever the market has taken a turn, when you backtest and see, you will see the market has turned on a monthly CPR. See, this was last month. Okay, the last month during the expiry, again we came near the monthly CPR. We were not able to break it and kind of had the expiry around this CPR area itself. So the same way over here on this day, on April 25th, we came, hit the CPR, got a bounce. Again we have come here. So that's why this using monthly CPR is important. Now coming for our trade possibilities for tomorrow, and the same analysis was posted even in our CosmoFeed group. A lot of people have traded based on that and have made some money. And the analysis that I post on the CosmoFeed group is just an analysis. It's not a sure shot call that I provide. It's just the intraday analysis that I post there. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow, these are the levels that we have. This level is a very good support, that is 35,750. If this breaks tomorrow, definitely we might see 35,500, or there's another possibility over here that we might take a strong support here and bounce back like how we did today at this level, where it's also the monthly CPR, and right now we have this price action support, that is 35,740. See, there can be this type of a formation like a double bottom, like go up, come, touch this and then shoot on the upside. This is possible, or a break of this and then testing 35,500 is also possible. And tomorrow is monthly expiry, right? Post 12:30 we might see some violent moves, so we'll have to be careful. If somebody has made good profits today, it's best to trade with very minimal quantity tomorrow because of the monthly CPR. And if somebody makes profits early in the morning tomorrow, and it's best to avoid trading rest of the day. So we'll just see the selling points and the buying points for tomorrow. See, as of now, SGX Nifty is indicating a gap down. It is indicating a gap down of 49 points. Even the US market is bullish, but all this while we were about 100 plus or something. Now we have come up to 230. And at the start of the US market, the SGX Nifty was showing more than 160 points down. But we have recovered a little bit. Let me just show the SGX Nifty chart. See, we did get this big dip. We were about 160 or 70 points down. We have recovered. So we'll have to see how we're going to open. That will come to know only in the morning. So let's just look at some few scenarios in Bank Nifty. See, if we have closed over here, right, 36,030. If we get a gap down, okay, there is a good possibility we might come here, take some support. If we get a strong support here, there's a good chance we might bounce on the upside. Now when that bounce on the upside comes, we'll have to be careful at this CPR level. As the market trend is bearish, if the US futures is and the European futures tomorrow it's bearish again, like tomorrow, I'm talking about tomorrow. So once we get this bounce, there's a good chance we might break we might take resistance at the CPR and again reverse on the downside. We should be even ready for that. If somebody gets this kind of a move, best thing to do is book profits at the CPR. The other bullish scenario is if the CPR breaks, like from wherever we come, right, from either from this previous day low or we gap up somewhere over here, we are in this region and suddenly we get a break. And if this CPR level breaks, then yeah, the next target is this 36,170. There's a good chance we might hit this previous day high. See, this is a very good resistance now, that is 36,169, because we have this gap. As you know, the gap also works as a good resistance. Even yesterday it did the same thing. So in case we get a gap up or a flat opening between this previous day high and the CPR, we open somewhere over here and we get a move on the upside, there is a very good chance we might take a very good rejection over here. Even the OI is suggesting the same thing. We might take some resistance here and have a nice fall. So these are my possibilities. See, it's always best to decide on a trade at a pivot level, either the daily. See, how we apply daily, weekly, monthly is completely different, but if we can get an entry closer to the pivot level, daily pivot level, there's nothing as good as that. So this is my plan for Bank Nifty tomorrow. And if anything else apart from this happens, like say we are just in this region, then best is avoid trading. See if any one of the pivot level, whether we take resistance here or a breakout on the same thing on the downside, whether we take support here or a breakdown, and then probably enter a trade. That will be more profitable. That is my plan. So that's with Bank Nifty. And in case we break this, let me get rid of this drawing. In case we break this monthly CPR, right, immediately we have this weekly CPR S1 which can act as a good support. So we'll have to be ready with that level as well. See, this green dotted line, right, this is the one. This is the weekly S1 of weekly CPR. So in case we get a fall, there's a good chance we might even bounce from here. So we'll have to be ready with all our levels. And just looking at the open interest for Bank Nifty, see, though there is some existing 36,000 put already there, the change in OI has huge amount of 36,000 calls being added, showing that there is good resistance at 36,000. And 36,000 and above, the change in OI has shown so much of there's a huge change in the OI on the call side, right? So that's why I'm expecting, in case we get a flat opening or get a gap up over here and if we come close to this 36,200 region, there is a possibility we can take a strong rejection at this level and dip until CPR as the first target and S1 or the previous day low as the second target. So that is based on the open interest. Now just looking at levels in Nifty. See, Nifty, we have a very close gap over here. Close gap, sorry, in the meaning that we are very close to this gap. In case we break this level and come into the gap, right, only then we can be probably bullish to fill this gap. That is, if we break this level of 17,100, only then probably we can see this gap fill and with a target of 17,200. And anything on the downside, we can also make use of this trend line. And any short trade, and there is a pretty good support level over here. If this level breaks tomorrow again, that is 17,023, we can probably see a retest of this level, 16,956, and then even this is, if this breaks, then the next level is 16,889. I do have a strong feeling both in Banknifty and Nifty we will hold this level of the 16,950. It won't break, and the same in Banknifty, that this monthly CPR won't break easily on the downside, especially on this expiry day. That is my view. So let's see what happens tomorrow. And for the Nifty, if we check the open interest again, there's a very good resistance at 17,000. There are some existing puts, but the change in OI showing that more calls have been added. This shows that there is good resistance and a very good resistance at 17,100. In case intraday we go close to 17,100, where is 17,100? Yeah, the intraday move, for some reason, if we come close to 17,100 over here, right at this gap area, there's a good possibility we might reverse from here. Let's see if there's any pivot level. There is one pivot level here, that is R1, and the previous day high is here. So intraday, if we come here, there's a good chance we might reverse on the downside, that is this level, and a good up move can also come if this level breaks. So that's it for Nifty and Banknifty levels. Hope this will be helpful tomorrow, and again tomorrow we get some nice moves, and hope everybody can make some money.